So I come from a very artistic background. My family has been in the UAE for almost 54 years. My father is a royal photographer who came in the 1960s before the UAE was formed, and he actually worked with all the founding fathers and took thousands of pictures of the history of the UAE and also the founding fathers. My father used to take the pictures. My mother was a lab technician. I used to develop a lot of pictures. At that time, I was very involved with the process of artistic creation. And after years of education in finance, I realized at age of 30 that my real calling was art.
So what does the process of your work typically look like?
Well, everything for me starts from a pencil and a paper. Sketching is very important. I usually start sketching at night time when I'm more free of mind, more clarity. And then if, as an example, your project, when it came to me, started sketching in various ways. And when that's developed, then I'll have a meeting with my team, my art studio, and then within a few days, we'll all come together our own cumulative thoughts. And once that is established, then we'll start into a clay model. Again, crafting again by hand to understand the materiality, what it would look like when we're trying to make it. To me, that process is very important. And it's the most funnest part of the process because we fail so much and we fight, we argue, which is great. And once we establish like 15-20% of what we're aiming at, so this is where technology kicks in, and she starts developing whole 3D part of it. So the craft and the 3D work hand in hand together. And once that both come together, then we'll end up showcasing that as a presentation to the client. Only then we know we're confident in making it by hand, and a computer, we know it's a working type. So that's my process of my day. And then finally, the manufacturing of the final piece. A lot of times I try to do everything in-house here as much as I can. If there's a much bigger scale, which is beyond my comprehension, we work with outside partners, either locally, internationally. And when that's put together, I invite the clients over and they see it in the full entirety scale. Changes can be established or made at that point, and then it's taken to site for final installation.
So you're currently creating an extravagant piece for DT1. How are you approaching the space and what are you creating?
When I was in the front of the building, we have a big glass feature going in that space. And I really wanted the piece to stand out from the outside, which to me is very important. So I wanted to create a very organic shape that flowed in many different directions. And you're gonna see the piece in the morning is gonna be different and night's gonna be different, seeing from outside and inside.
So it's a very evolving structure.
It's a very evolving structure.
You titled the piece Levitate. What inspired the concept?
It's about cultures and how the cultures in the city are merging, combining together, and how the structure, which represents very abstract alphabets, are cultures that combination of the social fabric that we live in at the moment. And that's what it means by levitate. We are combining but also levitating the entire cultures together in this particular building.
So Neel, from an artist's point of view, from yourself, how does DT1 stand out as a residential building?
It's a building that stands out in its entire community. It's very modern in its offering, but at the same time it's very warm and cozy. It snuggles you in, which I enjoy that fact. And you guys are so good at detailing, it's incredible. And every single minute thing is to the point that gives the visitor this unique comfort feeling. And that's what I enjoyed about that building, from inside and outside. And I love it. And to be able to create something for that space, it's incredible. And hopefully, I'm aiming that this piece or a piece or another like that would actually end up in the Ellington Art Foundation, which would be great for me. I would love that.